that I bow to the will of Allah. Here Allah doesn't say I'm a Hanafi or a Shafi or a Hanbali or a Maliki or a Salafi or a Hadith. Allah says, Qala innani minal muslimin. Say that I'm a Muslim. Allah repeats the message. In Surah Zumar, chapter number 39, verse number 12, say that I'm the first to be amongst those who are Muslims, who bow to the will of Allah. Allah says, say that you are the first amongst the Muslims. And I started my talk with the master key of Dawah. Not started in between my talk, I said. The master key of Dawah is Surah Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 64, which says, Kul, ya ahlal kitab, say, O people of the book, ta'alaw ila kalmatin sawa'im bainana bainakum. Come to common terms as between us and you. Which is the first term? Allah na'budu illallah. That we worship none but Allah. Wala nushrika bihi shay'an. That we associate no partners with Him. Wala yattakhiza ba'duna ba'dan arbaban min dunillah. That we erect not among ourselves lords and patrons other than Allah. Fa in tawallaw. If then they turn back. Faqulu shahadu. Say ye bear witness. Bianna muslimun. That we are Muslims bowing our will to Allah. Even when we speak to the non-Muslims, when there's a problem, faqulu shahadu. Ye bear witness that we are Muslims bowing our will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah clearly mentioned in Surah Hajj, chapter number 22, verse number 78, that He gave us the label of Muslim. And in no less than 7 verses of the Quran, He says, call yourself Muslim, kul, say you're Muslim, say you're Muslim. Allah says in Surah Fusilat, chapter 41, verse number 33, in Surah Az-Zumur, chapter 39, verse number 12. In Surah Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 64. In Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 136. In Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 108. In Surah Qasas, chapter number 28, verse number 53. In Surah Ankabut, chapter number 29, verse number 46. In no less than 7 places, Allah says, Kul, say that you are Muslim. Say that you are a Muslim. So where is the difference of opinion? See, all these 4 great Aimmas, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, we love them all. I respect them all. I revere them all. They were great scholars. But if we read the history of these great Aimmas, then we will really be understanding what they said. When we read the history of Imam Shafi, when we read the history of Imam Abu Hanifa, he came earlier. He was born on 701 CE, the Christian era, and died on 767 CE. In the Hijri, 150 Hijri died. He told, according to Abu Yusuf, who was one of his students, Imam Abu Hanifa said, Ya Yaqub, O Yaqub, woe to those who write down my opinions, because I may say something today, but leave it tomorrow. I may have an opinion tomorrow, I may leave it the day after. Imam Abu Hanifa said, Oh Yaqub, woe to those who write my opinions. For today I may have an opinion and I may leave it tomorrow. Tomorrow I may have an opinion and I may leave it the day after. So Abu Hanifa, may Allah's mercy be on him, rahimahullah, he discouraged people writing his opinion. Unless it was a unanimous ijma amongst all the scholars, amongst all the students, then he gave permission. Otherwise, he did not like people writing his opinions. And according to one of his students, Zufar, he says that Imam Shafi, he said that we should be careful. The opinion, we are human beings, we make mistakes. What opinion I have, he said, according to the student Zufar of Imam Abu Hanifa, that I forbid people to pass opinions without proof based on my opinion. Abu Hanifa said that I forbid people to pass opinions, to make judgments without analyzing my proof. I forbid those people without analyzing my proof to pass the opinion on my statements. That means unless you don't know the proofs, you do not give opinion on my statement. He forbade those people to make, without analyzing his proofs, to give their opinion on the statements of Abu Hanifa, according to his student Zufar. Further we read that Imam Ibn Abdul Bar, Imam Ibn Abdul Bar, he writes, he was also an Imam, he says that Abu Hanifa said, Imam Abu Hanifa said, that the Sahih Hadith is my madhab. If you find a Sahih Hadith, that is my madhab. If you find any Sahih Hadith, that is my way of life. That is my madhab. And Abu Hanifa, may Allah please with him, he said, according to Muhammad, one of his students, he said that Abu Hanifa said, Imam Abu Hanifa said, that if you find any of my fatwa, any of my opinion, which goes against the book of Allah and the sayings of the messenger, you reject my opinion. That means if you find any opinion of Abu Hanifa, Imam Abu Hanifa, which goes against Allah and his Rasul, any Sahih Hadith which was madhab, then reject his opinion. So, when people ask me, that does my wudu break if accidentally I touch a woman or not? Or, if someone asks me, that after Surah Fatiha, do you say Ameen loudly or no? So I tell that after Surah Fatiha, I say Ameen loudly. If the Imam is reading in the Fajr Salah, or Maghrib or Isha, the loud Salah, after he says Gairul Maghdubi wala Dallin, I say Ameen loudly. That's the reason I am a Pakka Hanafi. Abu Hanifa said that if you find any of my opinion, any of my fatwa, which goes against the book of Allah or the messenger, reject my fatwa. So I rejected the opinion of Abu Hanifa that don't say Ameen loudly, and I say Ameen loudly after Surah Fatiha. That's the reason I am a Pakka Hanafi. If Hanafi means a person who follows the teachings of Abu Hanifa, then I say I am a Pakka Hanafi, 100%. The other Hanafis, they are 60%, 70%. Sahih Hadith was his madhab. And according to Ibn Wahab, he says that one day some people came and asked Imam Malik that while doing wudu, do we have to wipe between the web spaces of the toes? Imam Malik said, the Prophet did not do that. It's not required. After everyone went away, Ibn Wahab, he told Imam Malik, and he quoted the hadith, and he gave the narration, and gave the name of the Rawi, that the Prophet, in wudu, he wiped his web spaces between the toes. So he said, yes, that is a good hadith, that's a Sahih hadith. And later on, whenever anyone asked Imam Malik, that should we wipe between the web spaces, between the toes, he said yes. He's changed his opinion. So whatever belongs to the Sahih hadith, his opinion was of the Sahih hadith. And Imam Malik, may Allah's mercy be on him, he said that I am a human being. I can err, and sometimes I'm correct. I can err, I can make a mistake, and sometimes I'm correct. But if any of my opinions go against the book of Allah and his messenger, discard my opinion. Same thing. If any of the opinions of Imam Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, may Allah's mercy be on him, that if you find any of my fatwa, any of my opinion, which goes against Allah and Rasul, reject my opinion, discard my opinion. So the Malikis, when they offer salah, they put their hands at the side. But when we read in the hadith of Abu Dawud, volume number 1, hadith number 755 and 757 says that you should tie your hands below the navel, but it's a zaif hadith. Both these hadith are zaif, according to Imam Abu Dawud. Abu Dawud, volume number 1, hadith number 756, says that keep the hand above the navel, which is more strong than the zaif hadith. But the next hadith, Abu Dawud, volume number 1, hadith number 758, it says that when you keep your hands during salah on your chest, and it says this is a stronger hadith, though this is a mursal hadith. Mursal means there is a link missing in between. But in the commentary it says it is the strongest than the other hadith. Even if you read the hadith of Sayyid ibn Khuzaimah, it says that the Prophet kept his hand on his chest when he offered salah. Even that is a mursal hadith, but but along with other hadith, Sheikh Nasruddin al-Albani has classified it as sahih. So it is the strongest of all the hadith where to keep your hand. The strongest is keep on the chest. So when I offer my salah, I keep my hands on my chest. Therefore I say I am a pakka malaki. Imam Malik said, if you find any of my fatwa which goes against Allah and His Rasul, you reject my fatwa. So if the Malikis say that Imam Malik said keep your hands on the chest, the story is different, but assuming he said that. But he said if you find my fatwa which goes against Allah and His Rasul, reject my fatwa. So I rejected his fatwa and I keep my hand on the chest. Therefore I am a pakka Maliki, 100%, 100%. The other Malikis, they are 60%, 70%. I am 100%. And if you read the history, during the Khalifa, the Caliphs of the Abbasid Caliphs, Abu Jafar and Harun Rashid, both these two Caliphs, they wanted to print the fatwa of Imam Malik, known as Muwatta, the Muwatta Malik. He said no, because the companions of the Prophet, they are spread in different parts. My judgment is based on whatever limited knowledge I have. Because the companions, the Sahabas of the Prophet spread in different parts of the world, I cannot say for sure whether mine is correct or not. Therefore, he did not allow the Caliphs to make his Muwatta as the law. He did not want to make his madhab as the law of the state. Imagine, that was the thinking of Imam Malik. May Allah's mercy be on him. Next came Imam Shafi. Imam Shafi, he was a student of Imam Malik. He was also a student of the student of Abu Hanifa. And Imam Shafi said, it is not possible for any human being not to know a single hadith of the Prophet. So if you don't know some hadiths, your fatwa can be wrong. So that's the reason. He said that if you find any opinion of Imam Malik, or my opinion, or Imam Malik, or Al-Awzari, or Al-Thawri, look at where they got the opinion from. Means go to their source. And he said, do not follow my opinion blindly. Don't follow my opinion blindly. See where they got the opinion from. Go back. And Imam Shafi, may Allah's mercy be on him, Rahimullah, he said that if you find any Sahih Hadith, that is my madhab. So the madhab of Imam Shafi was of the Sahih Hadith. And he said, if you find any Sahih Hadith which goes against my opinion, reject my opinion. He also said that if you find any of my fatwa which goes against Allah and His Rasul, reject my fatwa.